Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Motorsport Progression and I'm here to bring you the race review of the Mexican Grand Prix. So, Verstappen lost pole on Saturday in qualifying because he did not lift under yellow flags, so he lost pole position, so he had a free place grid penalty. So, at the start of the race here, Leclerc had a good start, he kept the lead. Lewis came from third to challenge Sebastian in second, but he had to go on the grass to avoid contact. Then Verstappen slided on the inside of Lewis into turn 1, but Lewis Hamilton had a tangle with he braked late and took the outside line and had the inside line for the second turn. So he had a tank slapper in the middle of the first and the second turn, and he had a little slight contact with Verstappen, but they both got away with it. But they both did lose a couple of places, and then a few seconds later, Vettel must have hit Leclerc slightly in the back, So moving on to lap 5 now, you had Vettel passing Bottas into the hairpin. Bottas returns the favor into turn 1. And then Verstappen had a puncture. He had to drop to last because of his fighting with the other guys. What's called Bottas. So on lap 13, you had Lando Norris had a front left tire not fitted properly during the pit stops, so he had to retire his McLaren. And then Max had a good overtake on. Max had an overtake on Kevin Magnussen, but it was not a good one. He went off track to overtake Kevin Magnussen. So Max Verstappen should have really got a penalty for that overtake on Kevin Magnussen on lap 13 at the Mexican Grand Prix, but the stewards let it slide. On lap 24, Hamilton pitted for the hard tire, the hard white tire C1. So he had a one stopper, and on lap 36, Pierre Gasly overtook Carlos Sainz. Vettel lost time behind back markers, and then on lap 37, Vettel pitted from the lead. That was his first pit stop. So lap 44, Leclerc pitted. He lost the rear left tire, so he had a loose rear left tire in the pit stop. So he had a 4-second delay in his second pit stop, Leclerc. So that did hamper his chances to win the race. And on lap 60, Ricciardo had a failed overtake on Sergio Perez in the racing point. And then on the lap 70, on the last lap, which is 70 out of 70 laps, you had Danny Kvyat clips Nico Hülkenberg, sending Nico Hülkenberg into a spin. So on lap 70, Lewis inherited the lead when Sebastian pitted on lap 37. So Lewis Hamilton won the Grand Prix. Brilliant strategy by pitting on lap 24 and taking the tyres to the end. And that was his 83rd race win. And the podium was Hamilton in first, Vettel in second, and Leclerc in third. So that was the conclusions from the Mexican Grand Prix. It was a good Grand Prix, very strategical, very exciting. The track looked beautiful, the setup looked beautiful, and the fans just loved it. So I hope you like this video, and just keep checking back and subscribe, like the content, and share it across the internet. Give thanks.